I'm the president of the Spokane City Council, and we are a 6-to-1 progressive Democratic majority city council. And I am joined by 4 of the strongest, smartest, and most successful women leaders in the community, in Lori Kinnear, Candace Mumm, Karen Stratton, and Amber Waldron. One of the most successful and well-respected civil rights attorneys in the state of Washington in Breean Beggs. And our city council has gone a little too fast for some. And for others who remember strong conservative majorities, we've moved too slow. Our citizens, many included in this room, have given us a to-do list, and with your help, we have started checking items off that list since 2013.
Thank you.
This council, with the help of the Spokane Alliance, passed paid sick leave when thousands of our city's residents couldn't take a day off to tend to their sick child and still make a rent payment. This council established the first city public works apprenticeship program when our local labor leaders showed us the data on our aging workforce.
That's right.
We've invested resources in combating human trafficking, made clean air and our cleaner river a priority. We've added more police resources and demanded stronger police accountability, and we've done both. On the same day Attorney General Ferguson acted, we said hell no to any Muslim registry and no to all police tactics that marginalize our immigrant and refugee communities. We started strong, forceful urban agriculture programs with participating groups like FutureWise and Catholic Charities. We've invested significantly in our local art scene and took a stand in support of the water protectors at Standing Rock. And every month we are implementing new policies that implement the Sustainability Action Plan that many in this room dedicated their time to getting passed on behalf of former Mayor Mary Verner. I think we've done a lot. We've survived mayoral vetoes, negative editorials, negative op-eds that have roughed us all up individually and collectively as a group many times. And it hasn't been easy. 6 Democrats in one room, we bicker and we fight. And that happens because you have 6 strong opinions, 6 different life experiences, different preferences for the pace of change. And that is okay because we are all unique, and that is what makes us as Democrats strong. That's what makes Tina Podolowski have different strengths than Joe Kokotis. But you know what? Together they are going to lead us to Democratic gains all over Washington State. Attorney General Bob Ferguson, Governor Inslee, and Lieutenant Governor Habib have different priorities. But together they're the strongest trio of brawlers in the entire United States of America, protecting all of us. Our Washington congressional delegation, made up of strong leaders like Derek Kilmer, reflect the values and needs of their districts, as did our very own Tom Foley. The Democratic Party is a mix of races, genders, religions, income classes, cultures, and philosophies. Yet all that matters is that those experiences, differences, and values converge on the road to justice, on the path to economic opportunity, and on the way into the hearts and minds of our neighbors. Our party is distinctly American, and there are too many people on the other side of the aisle looking to build walls. The Democratic Party can't be the ones that lock the gates. The Democratic Party, we must be there for the small business owner who voted for a minimum wage increase for her employers, who now sits up at night trying to make the math work. We should celebrate the veteran union worker who likes to blow off a little steam by exercising their Second Amendment right to target practice out in the county on weekends. And our tent must be big enough for the person of faith whose religious convictions are at battle with their desire for social progress. It isn't abandoning our party's core principles. It's showing empathy. We cannot be an either-or party. We must be all of the above if we want to take back the state Senate, win the 6th district, if we want to make progressive gains in the Spokane Valley and keep our city a beautiful shade of blue. You have got a Spokane City Council committed to progress. Be bold and keep pushing us and keep holding us accountable. I love our city and I'm thankful for my council colleagues. And I am proud to be a Washington State, Spokane County, Tom Foley Democrat, and I am honored to call each of you my friends. We have 3 democratically endorsed city council candidates, and they all have to win.
Yes, they
The first candidate I'd like to call out, you're in the right. Candace, you are first in line. I have worked since early 2013 to get Candace elected, and she has been a wonderful partner. She won how many national awards for her crosswalk ordinance? Very more national awards than any other council member I've ever seen in the last 20 years win, because of her work for what it means to take care of our neighborhoods and each of us, and what it means to live in a community. Candace?
I'm Candace Mumm, and I'm running for re-election to the Spokane City Council. 4 years ago, many of you in this room helped elect 3 city council members who grew up in Spokane, raised their families in Spokane, started small businesses in Spokane, and represented Spokane's values. Amber Waldrop, John Snyder, and I joined Council President Ben Stuckart in creating a new blue wave in Spokane. We did this against a massive political action committee that raised more money than any other time in the city's history. It was backed by the railroad and other interests, special interests, who were afraid of checks and balances in city government. And thanks to you, we now have a strong city council who stands up when necessary to our strong mayor. Thank you. So thanks to you, we do have a crosswalk ordinance. We have an apprenticeship ordinance. Thanks to you, we are cleaning up our Spokane River. We are rebuilding our riverfront park. Thanks to you, we are getting a new eco-friendly bus system. We are ushering in 2 new medical schools, a U district, and a bike ped bridge. There is much more ahead for Spokane, creating economic opportunity and a resilient, sustainable city. Will you please join with us so we can come back next year and say, thanks to you, we kept the council blue. I now would like to introduce Kate Burke, candidate for the Northeast City Council District.
My name is Kate Burke, and I'm a third-generation Spokaneite, born and raised in this beautiful city. Some of you may recognize me from my work as a board member on Project Hope. Others may recognize me as the founder of the Spokane Edible Tree Project, where we find fruit and nuts to donate to food banks for those in need. And some of you also may recognize me just as the daughter of Margie and Jim Burke.
Yay!
But to all of you, I'm here to take the time and opportunity to introduce myself as Kate Burke for Spokane City Council. But I'm not running to tell you my story today. I'm here to tell you about 2 boys whose lives are more central to the story and the future of Spokane, Xavier and Chris. I had the pleasure of meeting them one Saturday afternoon last spring. Project Hope was hosting a barbecue, and Xavier, who was about 8 years old, came up to me and asked me if there would be free food at the event. It was the weekend, and the last thing he had eaten was their school lunch on Friday. We were able to send them home with food, but this interaction made me ask, in a city like Spokane, why are there folks still living without resources that they need for successful lives? This is not to say that we are not moving in the right direction, but the right direction does not get Xavier and Chris the necessary resources they need. Moving in the right direction simply does not cut it for those in our community who are forced to go without vital services. Our working families and children need a voice at the table, and they need it now. We must work together to make sure everybody in our city has secure jobs, healthy and safe homes, and a high quality of life. When we all do better, we all do better. I am committed to serving our communities and neighborhoods to ensure that Spokane continues to move in the right direction while maintaining and improving the quality of life for all of our citizens. We need more than just a listener. We need an elected official that's going to be action-oriented and a passionate leader. I hope to be that leader. It is my goal to serve as that leader, and I hope that you will work with me to make this happen this November. Thank you.
Running to be retained, my good friend and law partner and colleague, Breean Beggs.
Thanks so much. Just over a year ago, I was appointed to City Council. So I finished my 1-year anniversary. And my big learning is how smart and skilled and hardworking and passionate are the other council members that we heard about today from Council President Stuckart. It's a great council. It's a little bit like the Justice League sometimes. They each have their superpower, and there's all these villains that are coming to try to gum things up and get in the way and threaten the safety and the well-being of our city. And I've found my niche, my superpower that I'm trying to claim is the community lawyer superpower. I've spent 25 years on the outside representing many of you in this room, trying to get change in the government and make the Constitution work and protect our people. And now I get to be on the inside. And I get to work with these fabulous folks. And when people start saying no, you can't do it, and the lawyers say no, and the administration says no, I get to find a way to yes. And we can take all those amazing ideas that they have to make this a better community, and we work on it. I don't know if you've experienced what I have. How many people have tried to go down to City Hall and talk to the administration and give them a good idea, a way forward, how it should be, and they go back and talk to their lawyers or the political people, and they come back and say, no, can't do it. Yeah? People that have been there? So I spent 25 years doing that. And it's very frustrating. I had this idea, along with some of you, that we should have a robust, independent civilian police oversight. Good idea, right? Yes. So many of you have worked with me to reform our criminal justice system and save money, lower crime, and reclaim lives, and do that. Recently, we've been working on protecting refugees, the most vulnerable people in our community. Yes. We've been trying to protect and preserve our clean water. And all these things, when I was on the outside, I could just kind of knock on the door. But now that I'm on the inside, I can work on this with folks. Because the deal is, Monday nights are not a TV show. It's not a movie. People's lives are on the line. Our community is on the line. And our work is really important. And we invite all of you to help on these campaigns and to come down and tell us what needs to be done in this city so we can get it done. If you want to learn more about my campaign, my kickoffs next Wednesday night at Patsy Clark's at 5 o'clock. Love to see you, or check out breeanbeggs.com. Thank you.